Okay, first of all, the choices packet. Notice it's a green packet, and if that is a class set, please don't write on those. I have to use them every period. Okay, so they're not for you to write on. Okay, all right. So if you'll turn to year 1, and you can make some notes with me so that you make sure you do this correctly. Remember, please put that away. You're going to have to finish in a minute. Don't put your phone away because you got to listen to the direction. All right. Use this form to compute your actual monthly expenses and use it to compare to your projected. So guys, the projected, you're just going to copy, okay, you're going to copy this middle column from what? From the budget that you already had, right? Okay, so you're going to just copy that over. Your net monthly income, where's that coming from?
Budget sheet.
Also the budget sheet, okay? Now, once you're done with that, and guys, I need y'all to stop writing so you can listen. Then you're going to go through the choices packet. I borrow yours, this one's handy. Sorry. All right, and all right, if you, on here, you've got your housing, groceries, transportation, and then extras like cell phones, cable, pet care, things like that, okay? Oh, before we get started though, we'll want to pick a savings goal. So back on the budget page, remember, number 2 said savings goal. Y'all remember that? So you'll want to look through here, like, do you want new furniture, a speedboat, a private jet? It just kind of depends on. It just depends on what you're picking here. It's your goal. So is there a wrong answer?
No.
No. Okay. When you budget in real life, y'all, you have all of the things that you have to buy, and then there's things that you wish you could buy, wish you could do, right? So like in my regular checking account, that's the money of the stuff that I have to do. Groceries, bills, things like that. But in my savings account, that's like my fun money. Like right after school goes out, we're going to California. And so I've been saving, putting a little bit of money in there every month so that I don't have to like charge it on my credit card, right? But like a long-term goal would be maybe to buy a lake house when I retire. I'm not going to have that money anytime soon. I got to save a long time for that. So you see what I mean? So you can have different types of savings goals, okay? All right, so after you've done that, now come back over here to the choices packet. You're going to actually pick your housing, your groceries, your transportation. And what should you be trying to use as a guide? Yes, your projected. For example, I think yesterday my housing, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was maybe $1,000 in my example. So I'm going to be looking for some kind of housing that would be close to $1,000. If you put housing around 3,000, well, then you're going to pick housing that's close to that. You see what I'm saying? Or not. It's your choice. Okay. I'm curious as to what we're doing on the iPad. Besides not paying attention to my directions. Can you please put it away? Yes, sir.
So we find out what, like, how to go for like,
Right. You only have the options in the green choices packet. You have to pick one of those. Now, from what I heard from Ms. Vander's class this morning, like someone in there has a job where they're making hardly any money at all. And so they like can't even afford good, like even the cheapest housing, they cannot afford that, plus transportation, plus savings, blah, blah. You have to be able to fit all of it in there. Now, here's how you're going to solve that problem. Are you listening? Monday, when we have our updates, where some of us are going to get married, lose our jobs, have babies, all kinds of things. If I was that person that can't even afford to like live right now, on Monday, if that person doesn't get the slip that says they get married, I'd be like, who wants to marry me? Because seriously, you need more money, okay? And when you marry, you have to combine your incomes. Does that make sense? So, but right now, you're just going to do the best you can as a single person. Does everybody understand that?
can you have more than one?
Can you have more than one savings goal? Sure. Why not? Okay. so now you are going to pick out all your choices. The debt, it says choose your loan from the previous page and round up. What does that mean? That means if your loan was 525.67, what would you put there? 526. Okay, just round it up to the nearest whole number to make it easy. Okay. And then notice that I put savings calculate for last, because after you've picked all the other things, what's left over becomes what? Your savings. See, it's the leftover from your budget. All right. Then the total here should be close to what? Yeah, it should be close to this. Okay, this you already know from yesterday was close to that, right? And then you're going to do the differences. Remember from the pig packet on the back pages, yeah, right here. Right here, we did actual, projected, and difference. Remember that? So you're going to do the same thing. Actual, projected, difference. For example, let's say that I pick an apartment that's $1,500. So 1,500 minus 1,000 would be, my difference is 500. Okay. Let's say though, I think yesterday I only projected, I don't know, 300 or something. I want to do a different number. Let's say I projected 800 here. Well, then my difference would be negative 174, right? No, 274. Okay. So remember, we said that that was okay. Some things you're going to go over, some things you're going to go under. And I'm about to find and take points off of people's projects. If I say one more time, we're not writing anything unless it's a note. But that's not what y'all are doing. Okay? Yes.
For the amount of debt, do we go like the loan amount?
This is your monthly payment,
Oh, like
which comes from this. Remember you were supposed to pick one of these?
Yeah.
That's your monthly payment.
Oh,
Right. You have to pick one of those, okay? So we talked about when we did this before that it's okay to be over in some things because then you're going to be under in some things. And when you total all this up, it should be close to zero, right? Yes, remember that when we did that with the pig papers? Yeah. Okay. Questions so far? Yep.
When you're supposed to pick a bank, is it better to pick like the higher bank?
It's your budget. So right now, you already chose one before. You might make a change now that you see how much stuff costs. Do you know what I'm saying? After you look at your transportation, your housing that you want, things like that, you may be like, oh, I can actually afford more of a debt payment than I thought I could, which means you're going to pay it off quicker, and that would be better for you.
Wait, so is it only for the projected that you copy off, or all?
This whole row comes from your budget page.
Okay, but no.
Nothing else, because that's the only thing that's projected. The actual comes from the choices packet. You're going to see the actual cost of stuff from the packet. Okay? All right, then one final thing where it says savings left over from budget, you're going to write that number right here. Year one savings times 12. So that means if you get to save $500 a month, you'll do 500 times 12 and get that number right here. Then you're going to need to add that to your savings log, right? What would you call that? On here, what would you call it?
Oh, save.
Year one savings is what I would call it. And put whatever number that is. Amount in savings previously. That's what you already had. Everyone's different. And then you're going to have a total here. Total estimated savings. That should also be the current subtotal. Meaning at the end of today, whatever your subtotal is in your savings should also be this number. Okay? And then you've got a couple of questions. How well are you adhering to your budget? Are you able to keep up with your bills? Maybe you were like, no, I'm not. I'm way overestimating. Whatever. Just be honest. Is there a wrong answer to this? No, there's really not. Is it okay if these numbers are way off up here? Absolutely. Okay. The important thing is this should be close to your monthly because this was close to your monthly and this should be close to zero. That's how you'll know if it all balanced out. Now, if you didn't, you probably made a math mistake somewhere, so you might want to ask for help, okay? And that is the end of today. Are there any other questions? Uh-huh. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this is what's due today. So that means if you don't finish it in class today, then it is homework. You cannot get your update on Monday, meaning married, babies, whatever, until this is done. Does everybody understand? Any more questions? Okay.